The purpose of this afternoon's program is to express our thankfulness to the parents and the family that have supported our senior class throughout the time that they've been here. It is not a small sacrifice that is made to send a student to Heritage Academy. The amount that is spent over the course of 4 years could be spent on a pretty nice car instead, but we recognize that you as family and loved ones see value in the students who are on the stage with me, that you see eternal values. Jesus asked the question, suppose you were able to gain all the wealth of the world, but you gave up your soul to do it. What gain would that be? Jesus makes the point that eternity has a value, and sacrificing in this life is more than balanced by the rewards of the life to come. And so, each one here has had the blessings of an education in the knowledge and love of Jesus. And so our program this afternoon is to express thanks from each one to their family and friends and loved ones for the sacrifices made to that end. And our program is recorded, so as each senior's voice comes on, they will rise and they will share flowers and express appreciation to their family.
My older brother, by a year, just saying. Thank you, Nancy, for giving some spunk to my life. You really know how to give a makeover and what to say to boys, even though you shouldn't be thinking about them at your age. Thank you, Billy, for being a ball of energy that is always needed. You're very intelligent and teach me things I've never known. Dixon, thank you for keeping everyone in check and always having a smile on your face. I have to say, you and Jasmine are in high competition for being my favorite role model. Okay, don't think I've forgotten you guys. We're practically sisters. Thank you, Amaya and Mariah, for just being someone I can hang out with whenever. We really had fun from our adventures like sliding down the stairs, hiding in a dumpster, and sledding into a tree in my backyard. You guys are so much fun, and I can't wait to make more memories together now that we are older. Uncle Jerome, wow, I can't believe you took us to France. Thank you for inviting Jasmine and me with you on family trips to experience the world. Ever since then, you've inspired me to learn French and become a pastry chef in Paris. Also, thank you for trying to teach me how to swim even though it didn't work. You're a great doctor and inspire me to be the best I can be. Auntie Pam, thank you for your wonderful cooking and great advice as a woman. I remember when I stayed over at your house for break, I had to get a shot for my dress because I had a banquet that was right around the corner. You took me to 3 stores until we found the right one that I liked and would work well with my dress. You're also an amazing nurse practitioner, and I aspire to one day have the confidence you have. Uncle Davy, who can ever forget your sense of humor? It lights up the room. Well, to start off, thank you for being chill and always having M&Ms in your car. Remember that time I was over at your house and it just snowed very heavily in Connecticut? I don't remember what made me want to go home so quickly, but you still brought me home when it was like 9 at night. On the way there, you were driving with your knees with so much snow on the ground. You said, "Don't worry, I know how to drive in the snow." I still can't believe you and my mom are siblings. You are total opposites, but thank you for your crazy personality. Even though you won't hear this, Auntie Felicia, I would like to say thank you for introducing Candy to me and my sister. We're now addicts. You have just an amazing personality, and I would never turn down an opportunity to spend more time with you watching movies or teaching me how to cook and bake. We had little adventures of our own, and I'll never forget them. Grandma, I remember when I was younger, Mom would always drop me and Jasmine off at your house in Florida for the summer. I believe I was excited because every time we got there it was like camp. There was events planned for every day. I remember you would take us to the most random parks, and on the way we would get lost. Even though you might not admit it, but you would pull up to the gas station to ask for directions, then say, "I knew we were close, it's just right around the corner." My favorite thing to do at your house was either water the garden in the backyard and pick whatever surprisingly survived, or take walks with the dogs on the endless dirt roads. Thank you, Grandma, for always making me laugh with your sense of humor. Thank you for supporting me, and Uncle Gus for your good advice. I appreciate how you guys come to every important event and that I can always count on you for being there for me. Auntie Gladys, we've had so many adventures, and I love going out with you because you never know what is going to happen or where we're going that day. You taught me to appreciate everything I have and also that I can achieve anything and be thankful that I am an American. You've taught me many fundamental life skills like how to ride the bus or train and how to caramelize onions. I can't wait to walk down the street and see a sign that says Pieland, Grand Opening, and know that you achieved your dreams of opening a restaurant. Auntie Gladys, thank you for always believing in me, and just know I will never stop believing in you. Hi, Dad. I made it. I'm graduating. I know it's probably very stressful for you to see me making so many seemingly poor decisions in my life, but I appreciate your advice. It shows that you care, but you know I'm a teenager and I want to figure things out on my own. I guess they haven't been too bad because I made it this far, but I was able to get to this point because of you, and I want to say thank you. Thank you for pushing me to read more books. Thank you for pushing me to try to learn a different language. Thank you for attempting to help me on homework, but going down a rabbit hole about something totally different. Thank you for your amazing cooking. It brought a desire in me to create my weird dessert concoctions. Thank you for taking me places with you to learn how the junkyard works or how to fix a car. You have given me so many experiences I've never knew I would get. My favorite memory is of us laughing hysterically to Gilligan's Island from 10 to 11 p.m. or going to see an Asian play. You have been through a lot, and I know you just want the best for me. I wouldn't trade in those long African speeches for the world. Thank you, Dad. Mom. Wow, this is a hard one. Mom, you're always there when I need you, when I go through mental breakdowns at school, or just want to rant about something that happened during the week. You're always willing to listen no matter how long, annoying, or different than your normal conversations are. And it makes me happy to let go of all the feelings I had during the week and see what you would say, even though it's sometimes I can't help you there. I can feel the love and care you give and put into everything you do. I'm not saying you're perfect. I inherited some of your traits. But I am saying you're the perfect mom I need, and will always need. Thank you for sticking with me, Mom. Okay, I guess it's your turn, Jasmine. Jasmine, you've been with me for half of my life, and even though you didn't like me much at first, because I got the biggest room and got to stay up late with my friends, I'm so glad out of all the combinations I got you as my older sister. I enjoy spending time with you and doing the most crazy spontaneous things, like trying to walk on a half-frozen lake or jumping a fence just to let the dogs get out their energy. How can I forget the attempted great heist of 2021? You've inspired me so much, but what I envy the most about you is how you stand up for what you know is right and make sure other people understand your beliefs. I also love how you like to prove others wrong. I've never seen a woman fix every maintenance problem in their house with only YouTube and a toolkit they brought from Lowe's. You are so strong and brave, and I can't wait to create those same characteristics in myself.
Mom, thank you for your encouragement throughout my life and for always pushing me to be a better person. Even if I don't always obey or am 100% on board, I know you have my best interests at heart. Thank you for being so understanding and supportive and for putting in so much time and effort into me. I will never forget all the sacrifices you have made along the way and for all your love and support. You are someone that doesn't hesitate or wait to do something. You're on top of everything you do, and I appreciate that so much. Papa, I will never forget all the hard work and dedication you have put into me and the household. You work so hard all day and even sometimes late into the night. I am simply amazed as to how you do it. I know your job is difficult, but still without fail you keep pursuing. None of this would have been possible without you and the work you have done and continue to do. Thank you for being supportive and for going out of your way to help, even though your schedule is tight and busy. I know if I ever need help, you're there. Dadi. Dadi, you're someone I can always talk to. I remember before Heritage, when I would come home after school, I would always tell you about my day and how it went. The different things I would do, the things I did with my friends, and just little things like that. And you would always listen and talk to me. I remember all the time you made me delicious sweet prontas, and I would ask you all the time to make them, and you would no matter what. Thank you for all your prayers and love. You have always been there, and you continue to do so. Happy Dacho. I always remember the long drives to work and the many conversations we have had. You taught me many things while we worked in the summers. I have learned many practical lessons that I can use in my everyday life. I have enjoyed the conversations we have had and the stories you tell me about your childhood. I like how I can talk to you about my future and where I am planning to go and what I am planning to do. Your advice gives me clarity and a better sense of direction. Your morals, values, and emphasis on family are things that I admire. Deep Chachi. I always appreciate how you are always asking me how I am doing, or asking how I am doing in school, or the different things I do there. And you listen too. I remember the first time you came home and picked me up from school with Mom. You were wearing the yellow sari. We became really good friends. We would always talk and I would hang out with you. I made a lot of good memories when we all lived in that apartment back then. We have had really good conversations and a lot of fun. Also, the fish you make is the best. Babaracha. Man, you are one of the most fun people to hang out with. I can always talk to you about all the new movies or games that are coming out. Ever since I was a kid, you were the one that bought me the toys and games, and I will always remember that. I remember all the WWE action figures and Skylanders I got. I still have all of them. I remember always watching you play God of War and Uncharted, and how I started playing too. You're also the one that got me to start playing badminton. Thank you for your patience and for putting in the time to play with me. I'm sure it used to get annoying when I would cry after we were playing all the time. I had a lot of fun playing and I got better over the years. Christina Dachi. Christina Dachi, I remember when you first came home. You got me that Spider-Man toy with the Spider-Man motorcycle. I love that so much because Spider-Man was my favorite superhero. I remember asking Dadi every day when you were going to come home from India. I was just so excited and was waiting so long. I was so happy when you finally came. Your kind and caring nature is something I admire a lot. And also, you always give me chocolate and you make the best biryani in the world. Thank you for always watching out for me. Piku. You are one of the most talented and smart people I know. Your leadership inspires others to be better and your musical skill is awesome. I have seen you grow to be someone on fire for God and I know you're going to reach new heights never seen before. I have enjoyed all these years we have spent together. Watching movies with you and making fun of them will be some of the memories I never forget. And I remember the times we used to play Minecraft and Uno. Always remember that you have a huge support system wherever it is you decide to go, and trust God wherever He leads. Adi, Puri, Pearl, Anaya, and baby Alina. You guys have been a lot of fun to hang out with. Being at home with you guys has been very entertaining, like watching you guys fight with each other and just argue over little things. Adi, I've always laughed at the strange things and stories you tell. Puri, your athleticism and kindness are the traits that I've seen in you, and you're someone that people want to be around. Pearl, I know that you will definitely be a very successful fashion designer in the future. I might need to come to you for advice. And Anaya, you always get me treats and you're active and funny. You've proved that with your crazy dance moves whenever some kind of music comes on. And baby Alina, thank you for all the kisses and hugs. You probably don't understand a lot of this, but I know you're going to be one of the most talented women in the future. The way you learn things is incredible, and I see you have a protective nature for your family at such a young age. You all have your own unique personalities and traits. You balance each other out, and I know God will use each of you in a mighty way. Dadu. Unfortunately, my grandfather passed away years ago. I really wish he could have seen this day. I wonder how he would have felt. I know he was someone that was just awesome. He was on fire for God and he had his priorities straight. I want to be like that too. I can't wait to see him in heaven one day and tell him everything that happened after he left, and how the people he cared for grew up and accomplished many things. The values and memories he left behind were priceless. I have a big family, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. They shaped me into the person I am today, and I will forever be grateful.
Hey Chit, this last year has been so amazing. It's been so much fun being able to be in the same school as you again after such a long time, listening to all of your dramatic life, and having the opportunity to be a positive influence on you has really helped our bond grow closer and stronger. I know you're still a freshman and make mistakes once in a while, but I believe that you're on your path of growth to be such a wonderful and beautiful person inside and out. I barely have any memories without you, especially since I was so young when you came into my life. Some of my earliest and most fond memories with you start from us sharing a baby bottle and reading to you even when I didn't know how to read, all the way to sharing the tea in our lives and having each other's backs. This big step of moving to a boarding school was so stressful, but it was so much easier knowing you were by my side. I will always cherish our friendship and sisterhood. Even though I cannot wait to start college and begin this new chapter in my life, a part of me will continuously long for your companionship and your colorful personality to always be right beside me. Dad, thanks for being such an inspiration in my life. You're such a hardworking person and you never give up no matter what. Your life has been what has shaped my goals and ambitions, and your continuous belief in me has enabled me to stick with my plans and have such a positive mindset in anything I do. You've always been there for me in all my highs and lows. I know that if I ever need anything or have a problem in life, all it takes is one conversation with you, and you have so many solutions for me. Now that I'm going to college, I may be independent, but remember that I'll always need you. You're still going to have to hear about my crazy life and figure out how to give me advice on situations that you probably never thought I would be in. You're actually getting pretty good at listening and finding the right words to not set the teenage bomb of craziness off in my head. Anyways, I hope you're proud of me and know that where I am today is because of you. Mom, I just wanted to say thanks for everything. My entire life, you've always been looking out for me and have always been there. Even though at times I've been rebellious and felt that you were being unfair and trying to ruin my life, I now realize that you were just trying to be a great mom all along. From being lenient and letting me express myself through my choice of clothing, to being such an amazing person to talk to. Sure, we may not have had the best relationship for a little while, but now it's such a strong and flourishing bond, which I'm so excited about. I enjoy having deep conversations about my future with you, and I'm grateful that I've grown to view your advice in a positive light. Although I'm going off to college, I know I'll always be your little girl, and I want you to know that I'll always be there. I'm sure it must be frustrating when I forget to call you and get caught up in life, but a part of me will always be thinking about you. You're the best role model I have, and you have taught me so much by living such an exemplary life through the way you treat others, your willingness to help, and your positive attitude. Having you in my life has been one of the greatest factors in shaping me to be who I am today. Hi, Amima. Thank you for all that you've done for me over the years. Your love, kindness, and support has been such a blessing, and I want you to know that I love you so much. Never forget that. I know we've made so many plans for my future, and I cannot wait to have you by my side while I make these major decisions in my life. Your hugs, stories, and amazing cooking are some of the things that I will never forget. You're one of the strongest and most determined women I know. From raising 3 kids on your own to moving to a foreign country to support your children's education and fighting cancer. You're the best grandma ever, and nothing will ever be able to stop you. Thank you for taking such good care of me. I love you. And for everyone else in my life, thank you for the role that each of you have played in making me the person that I am today. From listening to my problems, being supportive of my decisions, and bringing so much joy into my life. Each of you have had such a strong impact on my life, and I could not have done it without you. As I embark on this new journey in life, I cannot thank you enough for all the prayers and love.
Throughout this journey called life, I have had many stand by my side. Throughout my 4 years of high school and all the others previous, I have had many people to thank for being my strength. First of all, I don't even know where to start. If I took time to talk about everyone, I think we might be here for a while. There are, however, 2 pretty important people whom I think I will start off with. Dear Mom and Dad. Well, let's start off with Mom. Hey Mom, for the past 4 years of high school, you have always been there for me. Thank you for driving me to school freshman year and then finally deciding to let me drive myself junior and senior year. even though in some ways it might have been a bad idea. I also want to thank you for being such a great mom and helping me with my homework even when you are tired or when we frustrate you. I especially want to thank you for being a teacher, for it has many benefits when I need help with homework, and also for being a teacher for me not only for homeschool but also for life. You as a role model have shown me how to work hard, never give up, and always do my best. Those lessons you have taught me really have helped me out in the high school and will continue to be of help for my future. Most importantly, I want to thank you for being my mom. I've had so many good memories with you my whole life, and I can't wait to make a lot more. Anyways, love you, Mom. Hey, Dad, might as well just start off by saying thank you for all you do for us. I know that there have been countless times when you have done our chores for our animals you personally never wanted, and I thank you for that. Thank you for all you have taught me in life, such as how to drive, how to change the oil in my car, how to save money, how to paint properly, and how to somewhat fly an airplane. Also, thank you for giving me the personality trait to be clean and neat. Well, at least somewhat. Also, thank you for helping with my homework and helping me understand American government and economics, because it helps if I can learn from the businessman himself. I also want to thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for taking me on numerous trips in your airplane to California, Texas, South Dakota, and many others. Camping out under the wing of the airplane at the airport was a memory with you I will never forget. You also have been someone who I can look up to and someone who is an inspiration to me. You have taught me important values on hard work and perseverance. Most importantly, I want to thank you for being my dad. I have enjoyed growing up with you and following you around when you work on many things, and when I go to college, I'm really going to miss you. You will definitely be hearing from me though, especially if I get car troubles. Anyways, love you, Dad. Hey, Kristen. Oh boy, where do I start? First off, thanks for being my little sister. As my little sister, there has been a lot of fun stuff that we have done together. Sometimes that fun might include me spending my money, but in the end, it always seems to be worth it. Thanks for always wanting to help me out with various things and for spending time with me. You're always the one who wants to go and do something fun together, and because of that, we have done a lot of fun. Thanks for also being the clown of the family who can always figure out how to make someone laugh. I also thank you for going on adventures with me. We always come up with crazy things to do sometimes. Anyways, I'm going to miss you when I go to college next year and the drives we make together every day coming to school this year. Make sure to come visit me in the college. Love you, little sis. And to the most important people of all, I want to thank God for being there with me throughout my entire life. Whenever I needed Him most, He was always there for me. To Him, I'm to be grateful for my life and all the friends and family that He has put into my life. To Him, I owe all my thanks. Thank you for everything, God. And to all my other family and friends here, thank you for being a part of my life and impacting it in every way. I've learned so much from all of you, and I want to thank you for always being there for me. We've had so many memories together, and I thank each and every one of you for being in my life. I love you all very much.
Hey squad leaders, your third offspring is graduating high school. For the last 18 years you've been parenting. You provided me with numerous opportunities to give me a more successful life. You guys have taught me about family, heritage, and culture. Emphasis on food. Oh Baba, did you know that whenever I'm asked if I always knew what I wanted to be when I grew up, or asked about the origins of my computer hobbies, I always tell them about how you got me into tech. I explain that you're a lawyer that works specifically for tech companies, and that you showed me Codecademy and got me started in coding. And when they ask how you furthered that with me, I tell them all about my extraordinary father. Mama, I don't know if you realize this, but you and I practically have the same brain and think so much alike. Yes, on the surface, Papa and I are more similar, but that's because I'm also his child and I borrowed his hobbies. Mama, you and I both share the ability to work on one task for hours. I snagged your academic, especially mathematical aptitude, and terrible sense of direction. Do you remember in Bethesda when you taught me long division? I remember asking you, Mama, how do you do that math thing with this sign? I told Miss Mars, my third grade teacher, about it the next day and was happy I got to breeze by when the rest of the class was just learning it. Simi Nifa, I only have 3 words for you. Onions and strawberries. I trust you to understand the significance of those 3 words. A quote I've thought about a lot is, every child deserves parents, but not every parent deserves a child. I got the parents I deserve, but now I must be the child my parents will be exceedingly proud of. Thank you.
Through everything we've gone through, I'm thankful we're family. Querido papi, gracias por proveer por nosotros tan fielmente. Gracias por tomar todas las fotos que tomaste en el pasado. Son buenos recuerdos y por jugar con nosotros. Espartayetenas, el juego del tren, al don pirulero, escondidas, manchas, y cuando jugábamos que estábamos corriendo para ser presidente. Fue muy divertido. Gracias también por llevándonos a jugar frisbee y tenis. Gracias por los regalos que das, las chistosas canciones que haces y cantas, por ser alentador y por tus oraciones. Te amo. Dear Mommy, thank you so much for being my friend and for always being willing to talk on the phone with me. Thank you for all the times we've talked and for telling me when you find a new song that you like. Thank you for homeschooling me and having the patience, even when I got frustrated and refused to do my work. I really liked being able to stay home with you, Lydia, Kat, and Jalen. Thank you also for disciplining me because discipline is hard. I appreciate you teaching me to do things around the house and other random things like braiding my hair and also making sure I kept on learning viola even when I said I hated it. It was fun pushing Hot Wheels around on the floor with you when I was tiny and then when I was untinied, helping you build the shed. Like leveling out the ground, I was sure that would help build my muscles. Anyway, thank you for defending me and encouraging me to make my own decisions and form my own beliefs. And, almost most of all, thank you for reading to us. That was amazing. I love you. Dear Lydia, I've basically been around you my whole life. You were right there after I was born, holding me with your arm around my neck, and then I grew up with you. And there's so much to you, like you'll go from reading to reading the encyclopedia to decorating your room to shaving your eyebrows off. So I'm going to mention a few random things. I'm so glad we're friends. You're a really inspiring and aesthetic person. Thank you for listening to me and giving me advice and for letting me borrow your clothes. Thank you for being bold and trying new things and for sharing some of your knowledge with me. Without you, I would probably not know about the MBTI and would therefore not have taken the test 200 times, which would truly be tragic. You're really creative and it's amazing. Sorry for being your clone when we were younger, but also thank you. I love you. Dear Cantastico, I'm so glad you decided to come to Heritage. It's been so nice being here with you. Thank you for hanging out with me so much throughout our lives and including me in some of your adventures and experiments. I've had a lot of fun driving RC cars with you, doing jumps on bicycles, throwing knives, shooting airsoft and slingshots, jumping over logs, and other random stuff we did. You've helped me be more adventurous. I hope you keep doing your hobbies like 3D printing. Thank you also for doing things with me like buying presents for people, helping me with math, and thank you for growing your hair out so that we could see how it looked long. Thank you for being kind and for standing up for people, and of course, for all of your jokes. So good. And I'm sure Jalen would agree. I love you. Dear Jalen, thinking about you makes me happy. Thank you for being so considerate. I admire your empathy and motivation. Thank you for having deep conversations with me, for advising me, putting up with me when I'm acting childish, and telling me my outfit is really questionable, but also for being chill if I end up wearing it. Thank you for recommending good books to me and for spending time with Lydia sometimes, for letting me borrow your things and sleep with your stuffed animals, and for talking to me on the phone sometimes even though it's the phone. Thank you so much for sharing your art with me. It's super inspiring. I love you. To all the other people in my life, I am so blessed to have you. Thank you.
Dear Mom and Dad, I want to start off by saying, yet again, words cannot truly encapsulate the love and appreciation I have for you both, but I guess words will have to work. As I said in my 8th grade graduation speech, whenever I think of an important moment, or any moment at all truly, you have always been there. Over my 4 years here at Heritage Academy, you have proved that fact to be true. Being a freshman and figuring out that you guys would be working here, I didn't know how I would feel. I thought to myself, isn't boarding school all about getting away from your parents? Nevertheless, you guys surpassed all my expectations. I've enjoyed having you guys here to share with me the happy days, the sad days, and the days in between. In all honesty, you guys have taken some of the biggest sacrifice to be here. Although it hasn't always been easy, you've buckled down and pushed through it all for my success. I truly do appreciate how you guys both allowed God to speak to you in your decision of making Heritage Academy an option. I'm also thankful that you did not force it upon me to come here, but you let God speak to my heart. Mom, I truly treasured all the advice you've given me in regards to relationships. Thank you for passing on the skill of seasoning, and a matter of fact, cooking in all references. I also want to thank you for showing me how to be a more empathetic listener. I will always be thankful for your encouragement and confidence that you have instilled and have in me. I will never forget how you have shown me through your actions what a Proverbs 31 woman looks like. For that, I am very thankful. Now, Dad, I also appreciate how you have given me relationship advice and also passed down the Sanders swag. But even more than that, I appreciate the time you've invested in me. Things like teaching me how to work on cars, learning how to build decks, putting up drywall, truly guiding me to become a man who is good with his hands. Not only have you taught me how to work with my hands, you have also instilled in me a character of integrity, leading me to become a man who can guarantee his work. Although all these things are important, the most impactful thing you have done for me is to model what a true relationship with God looks like. P.S. I also want to thank you both for listening to me practice my sermons for countless hours and answering my many Bible questions. Thank you. Now to my siblings. I appreciate how you guys have supported and encouraged me in all my endeavors. It truly warms my heart to know that even if I have no other friends, I always have you. P.S. Thanks, Dee, for making sure my haircut looks clean and for the barbershop convos. Thanks, Janae and Janicia, for funding my many endeavors and adventures. You know what I mean. Thank you, Elijah, for letting me always tag along, the cliff jumping, and exposing me to new hobbies. But now, saving the best for last, my dear and wonderful grandparents. To my grandparents, thank you so much for giving me my parents and all the love and support you've given me throughout the years. It really means the world to me that you guys are here to share this moment with me. And to all my friends and family who are here to support me, much love.
Fine, Ma. I know this weekend is here before it should have, and that sometimes it seemed that I wouldn't make it, but I did. Thank you guys for putting up with me these last 16 years. I know at times it wasn't easy, sorry. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come to a boarding school. I have enjoyed being here even though sometimes I begged you to bring me back to Florida. But looking back, I'm glad you didn't because I wouldn't have gotten this experience anywhere else. Thank you guys for sacrificing yourselves and letting me come back these last 2 years when there were more convenient alternatives. Thank you for supporting me in my decision to jump a grade, even though it meant that you would have to let go of your baby girl sooner. Thank you guys for teaching me everything I know, also for teaching me Spanish, although pa, que no se te infle la cabeza. I love you guys, even though I almost never say it. Yexel, thank you for being an awesome older brother, especially these last 3 and 4 years. I know I've always annoyed you, but hey, that's what younger siblings are for. Remember the times when we were younger and we would play Legos in your room, listening to your story hour, and Dad would come home from work and join us until it was time for dinner? And when you put marbles in the toy car and she got stuck? And fighting over the bowl of guacamole? For the record, you always got it. Yeah, good times. Except marbles getting stuck in the car. Thank you for all the memories and someone I can talk to and annoy. Caleb, well, you're next, even though you still have a couple of years left. I know I haven't always been the best sister, but it's been great having you as a little brother. I've enjoyed watching you grow up into a very energetic, playful kid. Enjoy these last couple of years of little worries and new experiences. Love you. Miss Miriam, I just wanted to thank you for all the things you have done for me these last 3 years. Thank you for letting me call Mom and Dad or Grandma and Grandpa and being someone I can talk to when things got rough. And to my friends and family that I did not mention, thank you guys for all the love and support you have shown through my life and my high school years.
Aunt Becca, thank you for all that you have done for me and Gabby. I am so thankful for you and all your sacrifices. You and God are the only reason I had any hope of coming to this school. I am also thankful for all the times that we have spent together shopping, going to school, going to church, going on walks, eating big family meals, or just talking. It has made my life so much better, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I know wherever I go next in life, you will always be there to back me up and support me. From heartache to happy times, you have always stood fast, and for that, I want to thank you, along with presenting you with a rose. Thank you for being my favorite aunt. Love you. Gabby, you and I have been through so much together. I think the most amount of time we've ever spent apart is about 1 month. You and I have few memories we haven't shared, and even those we talk about. From the time you tried to break into the birthing room to get your first glance at me, till now. We have been through so much. Nana days, Jenna days, our days, school days. Those are all the old days. More recently would be car rides, cert trips, school drama, family drama, along with you and other people's fashion advice, because we all know that isn't in my dictionary. Oh, and how could I forget my favorite part? Arguing. Just kidding. Thank you for all that you have done for me. Love you.
Hello, my dear family. Can you believe I'm graduating? Time really does fly by, doesn't it? As I look back at my 18 years of life, everything I have accomplished and all I have lived through, you all have always been there at every step of my life. Two people who I have some of the earliest memories with have been my sisters, Rena and Ruth. Even though I can't remember, I'm sure you remember all the headaches you got from feeding me and hiding in the closet early in the morning in order to escape me from waking you up to go play. Anyway, what I really want to say is that I am beyond grateful for your patience and love. Thank you both for helping me become the person I am today. To my oldest sister, Ruth, I will never forget the amazing summers I spent with you and Alex. I always looked forward to hanging out with my cool sister who took me out everywhere and every day and never let me be bored. Now that I am older, I have really grown to appreciate you as a big sister. I want to thank you for always being there for me and making sure that I was doing okay. Thank you for always having good advice available for me and sharing your wisdom. You have always made me feel so special and loved. I've always felt safe when I'm with you. It's good to know that I have a big sis who will always have my back and defend me no matter what. I have always felt so empowered by you. Your confidence and strength is something that I have always admired. I love you so much, sis. And Rena, or should I say Renasaurus, no, I haven't forgotten about you, so don't get jealous. Actually, that goes for both of you. Some of the memories that I'll never forget with you are playing with my Barbies, watching H2O Mermaids and Princess Diaries, dressing up for spontaneous photo shoots, and of course, can't forget the crazy and sometimes painful hairstyles you would try out on me. I really have some of my best childhood memories with you. Now that time has passed, I have grown to appreciate you not only as a sister, but as a friend. I am beyond grateful for how much you have done for me, especially these last 4 years. All the help, gifts, surprises, and small gestures fill my heart. Thank you so much for making my transition into college so much easier and for lifting a little of that burden and stress. I also love you so much. As life went on, there were two people who decided to join our family. These two individuals married my sisters. Now I gotta say that at first I wasn't too fond of the idea. I didn't want some guys to steal my sisters away from me, but over time they grew on me. Alex, I have known you since I was a baby. Wow, isn't that crazy? I always wanted to have a big brother, and I got one. Remember all of our comeback wars? I will admit you always won those. Also, I can't forget to mention all of your sneaky tricks and pranks that you've played on me. Okay, all jokes aside, I am very thankful that you are in my life. Or should I say, you're pretty lucky to have a sister-in-law like me. I will never forget the many things I have learned from you. From how to properly wash dishes, how to make good fluffy scrambled eggs, teaching me how to play Uncharted, and attempting to ride a skateboard, which was a failure, you have taught me many useful and random skills. I'm really thankful to have a brother like you. I also haven't forgotten about you, Mr. Intruder. My bad, I mean Andrew. Sorry, I had to. I still clearly remember crying after your wedding when you and Rena left. I felt like I had lost my last sister, but in reality, God blessed me with one more awesome, cool, and sometimes annoying brother. Andrew, I genuinely want to thank you for not playing little pranks on me like Alex. At least I have one chill and nice brother-in-law, although lately you've been following Alex's footsteps with the prank. I also want to apologize for treating you like an intruder when you joined our family. You really have grown on me, and I've learned to appreciate you and admire you in many ways. I have really enjoyed all of our interesting talks about random topics. I admire how hard you've always worked to reach your goals and dreams. Thank you especially for your incredible support these past 4 years. I can't end this video without mentioning my dear nephews and niece. All 4 of you have brought so much joy and brightness into my life. I have grown a deep love for each and every one of you. Even though there are a few times when I wish that you would let me sleep a little longer, I can't resist your sweet smiles and contagious energy. I cannot wait to see all of you guys grow up and to be part of your lives. Querida Mami Ruby, en este día tan especial e importante para mí, estoy muy agradecida a Dios que tú estás aquí. Quiero agradecerte por todo el amor, dedicación, cariño y atención que has tenido conmigo todos estos años de mi vida. Aunque vivimos lejos, yo siempre la he tenido muy cerca de mi corazón. Gracias por alcahuetearme y darme regalitos. Gracias por toda la comida rica que siempre me hace cuando llego a casa y por siempre estar pendiente de mí en lo que necesite. Yo la admiro mucho, su valentía, fuerza y su espíritu servicial. De verdad que Dios me ha bendecido con una abuela muy linda y especial. En este día quiero también recordar brevemente a Papi Alipio. Aunque ya no está con nosotros, yo sé que hubiera estado muy orgulloso de mí, de su hembra Steffi. Aunque me hace mucha falta hoy, le agradezco a Dios por los años que me dejó tenerlo como abuelo. Siempre lo recordaré como el abuelo cariñoso y amoroso que siempre fue con sus nietas y nieto. Hola queridos tíos. Hoy estoy tan agradecida a Dios por haberlos puesto en mi vida. Ustedes dos han sido unos ángeles para mí. Siempre han estado en todos los momentos importantes de mi vida. Desde el día que nací hasta hoy que me graduó, siempre han hecho el esfuerzo para acompañarme y estar conmigo. Aunque la sangre no nos une, el cariño y la unión familiar son más fuertes. Gracias tía Lula por haber sido mi babysitter cuando era bebé. Tú siempre has sido como una madre para mí. Y tío Cheo, te agradezco por haber sido mi doctor todos estos años. Siempre que me he enfermado, tengo al mejor doctor que me ha sabido curar y cuidar. Le agradezco a Dios por haberme regalado unos tíos tan especiales. La vida no me alcanzaría para agradecerles todo lo que han hecho por mí. Hi Mom, can you believe it? Your last daughter is graduating and going to college. It really is true when people say that time flies. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the things you have sacrificed in your life for me, for all of your daughters. Thank you for choosing to stay with me at home to raise me the first few years of my life. I have always been so thankful for choosing me over your dream. But remember, your dream is not over yet. I am so sorry for all the headaches I gave you during my extremely difficult feeding times. Thank you for enduring my endless nights of tears and screams and for sacrificing your sleep to soothe me. Even though I'm still a bit much at times, I thank you for putting up with me. You have always been beside me in every tough, stressful, and even exciting moments in my life. Thank you for always trying to spend time with me, even if that means watching a K-drama, which you always end up falling asleep to. Mommy, you not only have helped me become the woman I am today, but you have inspired me to become my best self. I have always admired your hardworking and dedicated spirit that you put into everything that you do. I have never seen you give up on anything you start, and even when it gets rough, you always hold your head high and push forward through any obstacle. I can honestly say that you are not only my mother, but you have become one of my best friends. I love you so much and hope to always make you proud. Hola, papi. Here I am. Your youngest and last daughter is growing up. I have always appreciated the time and dedication you have given all of your daughters. I will never forget how you always tried to fulfill my dreams whenever I was going through a phase of obsession with a movie, music group, music artist, and toys. Remember when you bought me my bow and arrow so I could pretend to be Katniss Everdeen? Also, I am so sorry for all the holes I made on our garage wall. I guess I got a little too excited. But aside from the gifts, what really matters to me is all the time we have spent together and all the things, lessons, and skills that you have taught me. You have not only been my dad, you are also my strongest spiritual leader and role model and one of my closest confidants. I am so thankful for all the wise advice and encouragement that you have always had available for me. You have not only taught me how to make Jesus my best friend, but also to experience a genuine relationship with him. I know we are all far from perfect, but I have been able to see God as a good father because of the father that you have been to me. You should be very proud of the work that you have done in raising all of your daughters. I am beyond grateful, and words are not enough to truly thank you for the loving, caring, and strong father that you have been. Te amo mucho, papi. I know that when I go off to college, you and mom are probably going to feel very lonely, so I encourage both of you to enjoy life, go on trips together, fulfill the dreams you've always wanted to do, and especially go on many dates.
Carmen, hemos hablado mucho acerca de la vida y me has compartido grandes cosas que nunca pensé pudiese escuchar de ti. Eres el ejemplo viviente de everything is possible if you're determined to achieve it. Gracias por tu sinceridad y tu cariño. Algunas veces tenemos conflictos, pero de igual manera logramos arreglar todo y estar felices. Solo espero que en el futuro cercano podamos lograr hacer cosas en la familia para salir adelante y prosperar. Gracias por lo que has hecho por nosotros, y especialmente mi papá. Has cuidado y supervisado cada aspecto de su negocio, y sin ti posiblemente Marsden Hydraulics no hubiese existido por mucho tiempo. Eres lo máximo, y espero seguir compartiendo contigo en el futuro. Vanessa, tú eres lo más fino de lo más fino en este mundo. I love you so much. Me encanta jugar contigo y reír a tu lado. Eres una luz en nuestra familia. Gracias por ser quien eres y por hablarme y apoyarme en momentos donde me he sentido solo. You are the greatest. Mark, you have been a great man and an enlightenment for me for my future. You are brave in mind but kind in spirit, and you always want to keep everyone in your family comfortable. I really appreciate all the things that you have offered me and the opportunity to share things with you. I just hope that one day I'll be able to do the things that you do. Also, I am happy that you got to meet my sister and to actually demonstrate how much you care for her with your daughter Priscilla. She is beautiful, and I know that you will love her more and more as she grows up. Hopefully, I'll be able to share time with her too as she grows up. I'm also thankful for your family. They have been kind and loving towards my sister, and I really appreciate that. Hopefully in the near future, I'll be sharing activities with you, or maybe just doing cool things. Thank you for your kindness and your wisdom. Te veo pronto, cuñado. Katy, gracias por haberme apoyado con mis estudios desde que he llegado aquí. Desde que me fui a public school, te dedicaste a aportarme los materiales necesarios para que yo pudiese empezar la escuela y aprender acerca del sistema estadounidense. Eres una persona llena de luz y amor que siempre está dispuesta a poner a los otros ante ti. Y eso es un buen espíritu cristiano que todo el mundo debería aprender. Estoy encantado con Priscila y nunca me he sentido con tanto amor por una sobrina. Parece irreal y cada vez que la veo me saca una sonrisa. Solo espero que en el futuro podamos trabajar en equipo y poder producir cosas que nadie ha logrado inventar hasta el momento. No veo el momento para que te gradúes de farmacéutica y por fin puedas adquirir ese trabajo que tanto anhelas. Otra vez, gracias por todo lo que has hecho por mí y espero poder pagarte pronto de la misma manera de la que has hecho conmigo. Y si lo quieres en inglés, thank you so much for your love and your kindness, and I hope that I can pay you back everything that you've done for me in the last 3 years. Papá, si no hubiese sido porque viví contigo un par de meses cuando apenas llegué a los Estados Unidos, sería alguien completamente diferente. Tu espíritu me ha llenado de felicidad y el trabajar contigo me emociona cada vez que lo pienso. Disfruté cada segundo que vivimos cuando trabajamos juntos en el warehouse, sin importar el hecho de que tuvimos complicaciones en el camino. Gracias por las enseñanzas que me has dado en estos últimos 3 años que he vivido en este país. Tus enseñanzas me han ayudado a mirar al camino del hombre, el hombre que prospera y cuida de su familia, y sobre todo que es exitoso. Ojalá pueda volver a trabajar mecánica contigo algún día pronto. Extraño aprender cosas nuevas de ti. Esperemos que nos depara el futuro. Bendición, y gracias por todo lo que has dado y hecho por mí. Mamá, gracias por haberme dado la vida y por haberme criado de una manera tan única. La gente te aprecia y te dan honores por el simple hecho de cómo me comporto. Has sacrificado mucho en estos últimos 3 años de tu vida, y aún así supiste cómo mantenerte de pie y vivir un día más cada día. Has aprendido más cosas acerca de Dios gracias a mí, y me has visto crecer de una manera que nunca te imaginaste. Todas esas cosas que he hecho que tú probablemente no me dejarías hacer si no fuese porque te lo pensaras 2 veces antes de dejarme, te han dejado de boca abierta, y me encanta saber que estás feliz con todo lo que he hecho. Solamente deseo poder verte pronto de la manera que sea, con tal y pueda compartir contigo otra vez como siempre solíamos hacerlo en el apartamento. Me has llenado de amor y alegría, y mi manera de ser te la debo a ti, ya que supiste cómo criarme hasta en las peores condiciones posibles. Te amo demasiado y no sé cómo expresar mi amor. Te extraño demasiado y me hubiese encantado que estuvieras aquí en la escuela para verme ser exitoso y salir con la frente en alto. Gracias por todo lo que has hecho y espero poder verte cuando me convierta en un hombre verdadero en donde pueda apoyar a mi futura familia. Te amo mucho. Con amor, tu hijo, José Daniel.
Well, I think that through our program this afternoon, it is evident at the love that our graduates have for you as their family. As you heard their testimony, it isn't just for their parents, it's for everyone within their sphere of influence as they've grown up. And we just really want to thank you for all of the love and the care and the dedication that you've given them over the years, both past, present, and what we know you will for the future. So we just really praise God for you, for your family, for the love and the care that you've given. It makes a huge difference for a young person to have a strong family behind them, and we thank you for that. Let's pray. Father in heaven, Lord, I just want to lift up each family unit represented here. They are a mighty force for you. So, Lord, for each graduate that has had the opportunity to share with their families their love and their thankfulness for the way they've shared Jesus with them throughout their life, I pray that this is just a small taste of heaven, that we will have the opportunity together as a body to praise your name through the life of our family and those around us who have upheld us, strengthened us, supported us. And Lord, I just pray that for each family unit here, you would continue to do so, that you'd bless them in a mighty way, that this will be only the beginning of very mighty things in the future. So we just thank you for this opportunity here to hear their testament. And we thank you for each family represented in Jesus' name. Amen. We'll have a few announcements.